Welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping straight into the fascinating biological and spiritual mechanics behind the world's absolute most famous Buddhist mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. If you've ever wondered how this ancient six-syllable sequence actually works on a physical and mental level, according to the source texts, well, we are going to unpack all of that right now. So let's get into it. So let's start with a very real hurdle. A lot of you want to try this practice, but honestly, you're terrified. You might be sitting there thinking, man, what if I completely mispronounce it? Or what if I accidentally break some strict religious taboo? It is a completely normal fear to have. When we're dealing with ancient practices, we naturally worry that one wrong step is going to ruin the whole thing, or worse, somehow bring about negative consequences. Section 1. Breaking common chanting myths. Believe it or not, it is perfectly safe to practice under all these conditions. Yep, you can chant if you eat a non-vegetarian diet, late at night right before bed, during menstruation, or literally even silently in your mind while you're in the bathroom. The source material is crystal clear here. The mantra is a highly efficient tool of pure positive energy. It doesn't attract negative entities or bad energy like some urban legends might have you believe. Your sincere focus is what makes any space sacred. Section 2, the pronunciation mystery. Now, what's really fascinating here is the math. It's famously known as the six-syllable mantra, right? But if we look at how the original Sanskrit phrase transformed into the Chinese and Tibetan translations used by millions today, we actually see 7 distinct characters: Wang, Ma, Ni, Ba, Mi, Hong. So how on earth did a 6-syllable phrase become 7 syllables? The answer actually lies in some brilliant linguistic research by Professor Lin Guangming. You see, ancient Chinese lacked what linguists call consonant clusters, which, let's be real, is just a fancy way of saying 2 consonant sounds mashed together without a vowel in between. In the original Sanskrit, the word Padme has a P and an M sound right next to each other. To adapt this to the local phonetic constraints of the time, that single syllable had to be split into 2 distinct sounds, Ba and Mi. So, the absolutely crucial point here is that regardless of this big historical shift in linguistics, the fundamental power of the mantra, it remains exactly the same. Whether you use the traditional 6-syllable Sanskrit or the 7-character localized version, the essence is completely intact. It's just a really beautiful example of the mantra's incredible adaptability across cultures. Section 3. Sound waves and resonance. When you chant, you aren't just making noise. You are actually generating physical sound waves that interact with your body's structure. As you chant, the physical vibrations literally travel down your body. Om resonates right up in your head and brain. Mani brings that vibration down into your throat and chest. Padme or Bami drops it straight into your abdomen. And the final syllable, hum, vibrates deep down in your navel and root chakra. You are essentially giving your entire body a deep internal sonic massage. And to get literally 100% of the physical benefit out of this resonance, you've got to pay special attention to that final syllable, hum. The source highlights that this has an absolutely vital role. It has to be projected clearly, with a strong, deep nasal vibration that allows the airflow to smoothly penetrate and connect your entire body. It's really all about how you project that final grounding frequency. Section 4. Meaning behind the syllables. Master Haitao brilliantly illustrates how the mantra essentially acts as a tailored system for mental purification. Each syllable is basically a targeted tool for your mind, specifically designed to counteract human flaws. For instance, the vibration of Om actively combats pride, Ni is used to dissolve greed, and Hum acts to neutralize deep-seated hatred. It's effectively a psychological upgrade system, completely embedded within sound. We can also look at the literal translation of the mantra, which is jewel in the lotus. The lotus symbolizes pure wisdom that remains unstained by the mud it grows in, and the jewel represents profound compassion. It is beautifully poetic. However, the sources emphasize a really critical distinction. The true power of this practice comes from the physical sound itself and your focused, sincere intention in the moment, not just understanding the dictionary definition of the words. Section 5. Daily practice and compassion. If you're looking for an incredibly efficient daily habit for mental clarity, look at the number 108. That's the standard number of beads on a traditional mala. Chanting the mantra 108 times only takes about 10 to 15 minutes. It's a tiny time commitment for a massive, massive return in inner peace and focus. But what if you just don't want to chant out loud? Well, then the number 10 is for you. If you prefer a completely silent approach to mindfulness, simply focusing on writing or copying the mantra down on paper for just 10 minutes a day yields identical grounding benefits. It commands the exact same level of profound focus and calm. But wait, here is the massive twist in today's explainer. We've talked a lot about how powerful this physical frequency is, right? Well, the source strictly warns that chanting this mantra solely out of selfish greed or, just to get a little bit luckier can actually backfire. It can cause you internal injury due to the sheer intensity of the vibrations meeting a greedy mindset. Unconditional, selfless compassion for all beings is strictly required. That compassion is your ultimate impenetrable protective shield when wielding this energy. And this leaves us with a really profound final thought to reflect on as we wrap up. When you harness this ancient biological sonic power, are you just trying to fix a few petty personal grievances? Or are you truly ready to open your heart and align your physical vibration with the selfless compassion of the entire universe? Take that positive energy, feel the resonance, and really think about it. Until next time.